それでは皆様とようこそいらっしゃいました。Welcome, welcome, welcome. アメリカの、コロラドに在住しております、エンパワーメントライフコーチミミでございます。よろしくお願いいたします。で、私はですね、実は、去年の7月、ごめんなさい、9月ですね、偶然にも、ニューヨークに開催された国連関係のプライベートウィークに参加いたしました。正直それまでアメリカ25年に住んでおりますけれども、プライベートウィークって一瞬何ですかと思ったんですね。で、それが本当に人生の、私の目の前にその人生に関係ある出来事になるっていう、全く想像してなかったんですね。で、それを読んでくださったのが、石尾美美さん。後でご紹介させていただきますけれども、そこにはですね、本当にこの元大統領、そして世界トップの方々、ビル・ゲイツ、大統領夫人、ヒラリー・クリントン。その方たちが私の目の前にいて、カンファレンス、お話をされてらっしゃるんですね。そしてテレビの向こうの方が私の目の前に今、喋っている。そういった今まで全く考えたこともない世界っていうのが広がったんですね。そして、この熱のこもったディスカッション、その場で生まれていく新たなビジネスっていうのを感じたときに、本当にこの地球、この世界って本当に広いんだな。私はこんな小さな世界で生きてたんだなっていうふうに感じたんですね。で、そして、その時に考えたと思った時に、その彼らたちにね、出会った時にですね、本当に頭の先からこうつま先まで一瞬にしてスキャンされるんですよ。それはなぜかって言ったら、その時に、この人にこれだけの情報を与えていいのとか、っていうのを一瞬スキャンされるんですね。ドキッとしました、初めて。でも、その時に、緊張感もありましたけれども、その中で、私の中でこう火を灯すものがあったんですね。ただ、情報を伝えて受け取るのではなく、世界と与え合い、響き、そういう自分でいたいっていうふうに思ったんですね。で、今回、この、The Wing Tokyo ということで、World Inspired Next Generation というのが、こちらの趣旨がですね、本当に皆さんを世界に羽ばたいていく。世界というのが本当に近いということで、今回、この、思いを持って、石尾美美さんが皆さんに本当にこの世界をね、どんどん体験していただきたいということで、思いで始めさせていただいた、こちらでございます。はい、それでは、早速、じゃあ、第一部、参りたいと思います。第一部ですね、日本の、このね、経済、日本に今抱えていること、これをね、皆さんにお話ししていただきたいと思います。早速ですね、手を挙げていただいた、はい、純子さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いいたします。は
はい、
い、いいですか、もう。はい。
はい、
私、
どうぞ。
株式会社ミラクルエッグ代表取締役の近藤純子と申します。食品卸業、グループ会社を、運営しております。私がその事業、そして経営者として、問題を何をこう課題に思っているかっていうところなんですけども、ちょっと手を下ろしますかね。まだまだその女性とその若い世代の社会的、精神的、そして経済的自立がスムーズには進みにくいっていう課題が、あるなと思っています。で、この問題っていうのは女性側と社会側の両方に要因が存在しているなというふうに感じております。キーワードはその依存とテイク思考っていうところです。どこかその女性も自立したい、この3点自立をしていきたいと思いながらも、どこかでその面倒を見てほしい。守ってほしいというものがまだまだあって、その日本に昔からそれを女性らしいとか可愛いというふうに、言われてきたっていうその歴史っていうのが今なおまだ文化として残っているなというところです。私が、取り組んでいる、ことというのは、若い世代とその女性の積極採用と、事業を通して、3年間のプランで、まずはマイクロ法人の、オーナーさんになっていただくという形で採用させていただいてます。その3年間の、事業経験というのを通して、この3点自立をしていきましょうと。で、最終的にその出口として、 オーナーさんとして独立してもいいし、弊社のそのグループ企業として残っていただいてもいいし、人によってはその社員さんとして、やっていってもいいというところで、今後もまだ使用段階、試してはいる段階なんですけども、ちょっとこの結果を、見ていきたいなというところで、ございます。以上です。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。素晴らしいですね。皆さん今聞かれてどう思われましたでしょうか？本当にね、この、この場でですね、本当今ね、参加されている42人の方の前でですね、ご自分の意見をもうさっそとこう言われるっていうことね。このやっぱりね、その主体性というのとですね、この海外の方ではですね、本当に自分が何者かというのと、何を事業としてしているのかということをですね、本当にもう端的にこう言うっていうのがね、当たり前のことなんですね。はい、もう素晴らしかったです。純子さん、ありがとうございます。はい、次の方、どうぞ、我こそはという方はで、どんどんどんどん、はい、一部の方、他にいらっしゃると思いますので、皆さんいかがでしょうか？はい、じゃあ、ゆうこさんよろしくお願いいたします。
あ、はい。よろしくお願いいたします。
はい。
私はですね、今、フランスから、まだ明るいこちら12時なんですけれども、フランスから参加しております。で、私はですね、リラックスから人生を変えていく、瞑想クッションというものを生み出したリデクレール代表をしております、長谷川陽子と申します。で、あとですね、こちらでは、セルフイメージ覚醒、それから企業、エンタープレナリアの方の企業戦略コンサルタントとして、幸せな日本人を増やすことをミッションとして活動しています。でですね、日本では私、商品開発、それからマーケティングのキャリアを積んだ後に、2004年からフランスに移住をしてきまして、そこから日系企業、フランス企業、本当にいろんな職種についてビジネス経験を積んできました。で、あと今、このマスターヒプノセラピストとしての経験と知識もですね、掛け合わせた独自のアプローチを作りまして、そして女性の経済力を高める、経済力をつけて人生を変えるお手伝いをしています。時間、心、それから資金、その3点を真に自由に生きて、で、もっと可能性を広げたいという人に向けてですね、セルフイメージのアップ、それから経済力のアップを叶えて、心からのその真の幸福を手に入れるサポートをしています。日本はですね、世界幸福ランキング2024年というもので、47位でした。参考までにフランスは21位、それからアメリカは23位なんですね。で、自分自身の幸福度の高さというのが、その大切な人、それから大切な人と過ごす時間の幸福度も上げることができると、私信じておりますので、自分から幸せを波及していく、そして幸せな日本、幸せな世界を作っていけたらっていうふうに今考えて、今日も参加させていただいております。今日は皆さんとのディスカッション楽しみにしておりましたので、よろしくお願いいたします。以上になります。
はい、ありがとうございます、よこさん。フランスからです。もう本当に、こちら本当にグローバルなんですね。私、アメリカですね。で、ヨーロッパの方ですね。フランス。そして、ね、これからまた、登場される方は、方たちも、もう素晴らしい方たちがたくさんいらっしゃいますので、本当にね、このグローバルのことをどんどん感じ取っていただきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。じゃあ、次の方、どうぞ。Who's next? Who's next? あ、じゃあ、みどりさん。はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
あ、はい、ありがとうございます。皆様、こんばんは。起業家の方の、あと中小企業さんのプロモーション動画作成ですとか、メディア PR をサポートしております、桜田みどりと申します。私はプロモーション動画を中心にですね、PR というところをサポートしているんですけれども、今日本の課題の一つとして貧困問題というのがあると思います。それは個人にとどまらず、社会全体に波及していて、特に中小企業さんは深刻です。で、日本の、企業の99.7%を今、中小企業が 占めてまして、それらが弱体化すると、もう日本の経済全体がもう本当に影響を受けて、失業者とか低賃金の労働者が増えて、次世代まで貧困の連鎖が続くことになるかと思います。で、2024年度はですね、全国の企業倒産件数が1万144件ということで、前年度の12%増、11年ぶりに1万件を超えているということです。中小企業さんの課題って様々で、デジタル化の遅れとかについては、行政の方でも、公共事業などを通じて、デジタル化をサポートする、支援事業とかもあるんですけども、なかなか効果が出るまでに時間がかかったりですとか、早急な問題解決っていうのにはなかなか至ってないというところもありますので、そのための解決策の一つとして、私の方では動画作成を活用して集客の方をサポートする、ところを、しております。で、多くの中小企業さんって時代の変化についていくのが、ちょっと苦戦していたりですとか、SNS やインターネットを使った発信というところが、ご苦労が多いんですけども、SNS 発信に疲れている企業さんとかもね、多くいらっしゃったりするんですが、その点、動画っていうのは、視覚と聴覚に訴えかけて、強い印象を与えて、ブランドの認知力の向上というのにも非常に効果的です。で、また、企業の歴史ですとか、サービスを動画で伝えていくということで、信頼感が増したり、あとは、新規顧客とか、リピーターさんの増加にもつながったり、あとは、最大の強みとしては、シェアされやすいので、拡散力が、とてもあります。で、コストパフォーマンスにも優れていますので、そうした動画作成を通じて、時代の変化についていけない企業さんをサポートするというところを通して、より強い日本を、作ることに貢献したいと思っております。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
はい、みのるさん、ありがとうございます。素晴らしいですね。そういったね、形で動画でね、どんどん思いをね、皆さんの、思いを伝えていただく素晴らしいお仕事をされていらっしゃると思います。ありがとうございます。そうですね。時間もちょっと押しておりますので、はい、次の方、先ほど、なおさん、はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。はじめまして、毎日人形なおと申します。では早速、私のお話をさせていただきます。一つ画像を作ってきたので、共有の方、失礼いたします。世界中で愛されている物語の一つに人魚姫のお話があります。私も大ファンの一人であり、アーティストネームにも取り入れています。この物語は他者への思いやりの美しさを描き、それは日本文化にも通じるものがあります。例えば、禅や写経、茶道、金継ぎなどがあり、他者への敬意、そして心の平穏を教えてくれます。しかし、現代では多くの人がストレスや孤独を抱え、心の平穏を見つける難しくなっています。コミュニケーション不足が自己理解や他者理解を妨げ、メンタルヘルスの問題が深刻化しています。私自身の経験から愛のある場所でこそ人は生きる力を得ると実感し、日本のメンタルヘルスの課題に深く関心を持つようになりました。日本文化にある心の調和を多くの人が享受できるよう願っています。アートは人々が自分自身と向き合い癒しを得る手段として注目されています。すべてのものに魂が宿るという八百万の神の概念を生かし、アートで人の本質と美しさを表現することで、皆様が自分らしく豊かに生きる環境づくりのお手伝いを目指しています。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございます。素晴らしいね、お仕事をされていらっしゃいますね。もう世界にね、これを本当にどんどん広げていただきたいと思っております。そうですね。あと、次の方は、じゃあ、律子さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
皆様、こんにちは。私は美と意識の専門家でございます。True Smile Change the World。もう一人一人の笑顔が世界を変えるということで、24年間女性支援のお手伝いをさせていただいております。今日は主に3つのお話をさせていただきたい、手短にはしたいと思っております。まず一つはですね、私は、自分を愛するというところ、皆さん、そこを目指して いらっしゃると思うんですけれども、それにはですね、やはり、0歳から10歳のトラウマの解除というところをね、しっかりしていただいて、可視化して、統合して、そして皆様を美しく覚醒していくというところに従事をしております。この方法ですとですね、やはり日本は性教育を主に悪いものとしておりますので、悪いものから生まれた、子どもたちが自己肯定感がとても世界でも一番低い。そして、幼児や、若年化、自殺が若年化しておりますが、2万人と言われておりますが、実際のところ11万人と言われてしまっている、そういった問題も解決するためには、お子さんを、やはりね、お母さんたちの笑顔というところにも注目して、やっております。そして、もう一つはですね、その性の部分っていうところで、女性、私もですね、日本とパリのデュアルライフをさせていただいておりますけれども、ヨーロッパに比べて日本はまだまだ性、例えばですね、セルフプレッシャーなども、遅れておりますので、そういったところから自分を愛するということをお伝えしております。そして日本の女性たちがまだまだ、世界に、羽ばたいていくというところでですね、きっかけが少ないと思っておりますので、ハリウッドですとか、今度はカンヌとかでですね、着物の、ファッションショーを、オーガナイズさせていただいたりですね、先月もう3回やっておりますけれども、プーケットの方で女性起業家のためのページェント、コンテスト、他人と、戦うのではなく自分自身、昨日までの自分より1ミリでもね、成長している自分を称賛するというところで、皆さんをどんどん世界の、舞台に出して、そして日本の素晴らしさと文化を伝える、お仕事をさせていただいております。株式会社ラビクトワールの代表取締役です。以上です。
はい、ありがとうございます。もう本当、律子さんはですね、本当にね、グローバルでね、活躍されて、もう第一人者というふうに私はね、認識させていただいております。本当にね、素晴らしい、これからのね、活動で、もうどんどんどんどんね、なんていうんですか、もう皆さんも律子さんみたいに、どんどん、世界に飛び立っていってくださいって私は言いたいです。はい。じゃあ、お時間もですね、迫ってまいりましたので、はい。じゃあ、次は、どなた、
私はですね、もともと看護職ですが、健康は資産というふうに、お伝えしていまして、自律神経と栄養が整うことで皆様の、輝く未来を作ることができる。だから、それをサポートしたいという形で、体質改善の、アカデミーですとか、法人さんの健康経営のコンサルティングですとか、健康に関するオンラインショップをしたりですとか、あとは腸活のお味噌汁なんかをですね、作ったりしております。私たち、日本人女性は統計的にも65%ぐらいは、鉄欠乏、貧血潜在性のものがあるというふうに言われているんですが、やっぱりそういった女性のところから、生まれてくる子供たちもですね、やっぱりその体質を引き継ぎまして、母乳もね、もともと鉄というか血液から生まれてくるものですけど、それが十分な栄養が含まれなかったりとか、遺伝子を引き継いでくるところも、ちょっと子供たちの、体質が弱くなっていたりとか、そういったことをですね、お仕事柄たくさん見てきますので、やっぱり日本人の、日本人、男性もそうですけど、女性が、しっかり栄養がリッチになることで、私たちの子供の世代、孫の世代っていうところまでみんな元気な、人が育っていって、日本の国力というものも上がっていくというふうに感じておりますので、そういった活動をですね、広めていきたい。またそれを皆様にもお伝えして、ぜひご協力いただければというふうに考えております。薬膳サプリ合同会社代表の、井原由美子です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい、私ですね、ピジョングローバル経営代表の末広信子と申します。私どもの会社はですね、海外と、日本をつなぐ、お手伝いをさせていただいております。特にですね、起業家の方、経営者の方、海外に移住したい、海外でお仕事したいという方に対してですね、どうやったら海外の方とコミュニケーションを取れるかどうかとか、そのような、あと自分の会社のですね、自己紹介、自 会社の紹介などを英語でどのようにするかとか、英語だけではなくてですね、コミュニケーションの取り方を中心とした、企業研修を2日間でさせていただくというようなこと、あと、あー、海外の、ですね、留学ですね。そのような、お手伝いもさせていただいております。皆様、日本人はですね、日本のパスポートを持ってますけれども、世界でも1、2を争う最強のパスポートと言われておりまして、ビザなしで行ける国が、一番多い、2番目に多いと言われております。ただ、そのパスポートを使ってない日本人が、8割から9割実はいると言われてるんですね。で、世界に出ると、やはり今まで我々が日本の中でいただけでは知り得ない情報だったり、日本のこともですね、海外に出て初めてわかるっていうことがたくさんございます。そうやって日本人はですね、どんどん外に出していきたいと思っております。どうぞ今日はよろしくお願いいたします。
はい。皆様、こんばんは。はじめまして。ミルナ優子と申します。私はですね、今現在、ミルナイングリッシュアカデミー主催、英語コーチングの方の、事業をやらせていただいてます。英語コーチになる前はですね、23年間外資系の企業で、主に経営管理のマネジメントをやらせていただいていました。で、今ね、私の、ミッション、私が掲げているミッションなんですけれども、私は、英語でね、日本を強くするということを言っております。ですが、大丈夫ですか。英語で日本を強くするということを、ミッションとして掲げています。その背景としては、やはり日本人が英語が話せないということで、海外から見たときも、日本の人は英語が話せないよねっていうのが、これだけ経済大国なんですけれども、そういうもうレッテルが貼られてしまっているということ、そしてあと日本人ってすっごく頭がいいのに、英語が話せないだけで、社会にね、置いていかれるというか、世界から置いていかれているというのを自分自身が海外の事業の、通訳だとか、支援をさせていただいている中でそういうことをよく聞くようになったこと、そしてあと外資系の企業でお勤めしているときに、突然合併されたりとかですね、事業、すべての資料が英語になってしまうということで、仕事ができる日本人がたくさんの方が病んでいくというのを見てきました。なので、英語ができる日本人っていうのは世界最強だと。私自身は本当にそういうふうに思っていまして、英語ができる人をどんどん増やしていきたい。あともう一つ、最近ですね、今こちらにもいらっしゃる律子さんの、大山律子さんが主催されるイベントに私登壇させ、出させていただいたんですけれども、その時でも、その女性が非常に、いろいろこう、なんていうんですか、女性自身がものすごく気兼ねをして生きているというのを目の当たりにしたんですね。で、私自身英語で起業させていただいたことで、非常になんていうんですか、時間にも自由ができましたし、親の介護もやることができるというようなことで、女性こそ起業だというふうにこの頃ものすごく思ってまして、それを英語を通してバックアップしていきたいという気持ちが非常に強いです。で、統計的なお話でいくと、日本の管理職の人数というのは12.9%、フィリピンで53.4%ということで、ここにも非常に格差がある。で、政治は2020年までに、女性の管理職を30%までに増やしたいと言ってるんですけれども、まだまだじゃないですか。っていうようなことからも考えて、女性こそ英語を話して世界に羽ばたいていっていただきたいという思いで、今のお仕事をさせていただいてまして、今日はこういったような機会をいただきまして、本当に光栄です。ありがとうございます。皆様よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、ありがとうございます。はい、皆さん、本当にね、素晴らしいね、スピーチをいただきました。ありがとうございます。こちらの方から、ファシリテーターを、交代したいと思います。こちら、高瀬舞さんの方、よろしくお願いいたします。
はい。ミミさん、ありがとうございます。皆さん、こんばんは。今日はどうぞよろしくお願いします。セッション2の担当の高瀬と申します。So, welcome everybody to session 2 of tonight's online meeting. In this session, we'll be covering topics about financial literacy and some social problems in Japan, including women's economic and financial strength as a topic. And from this session, we have a very special guest. Thank you. So we have here with us today, Mr. Berthold Marek.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for being here with us today. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name a little bit wrong.
It was all perfect.
It was
Thank
perfect.
you.
Okay. Thank you.
Konbanwa. Good evening.
Okay, so in this session, we'll be also having some presenters like we did in session one, and they'll be giving maybe a couple of minutes of a speech, and then maybe we can have some discussions about the topic. But please allow me to introduce you at the beginning. So Mr. Barthard is a host of World Venture Forum, and I will just share the screen. I think there'll be more explanation later on from Mimi, but he is a host of this very, very big World Venture Forum, which will be hosted in Austria from June 30th to July 5th. And we'll be also having another guest later on, maybe 30 minutes after. And her name is Miss Alexandra, and she's also attending this event as well. So we'll be having two guests tonight.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. My name is Azusa Fujita. I work as a life essence leader, helping people create a life they truly desire by using universal principle and ancient wisdom in everyday life. I support entrepreneurs and small business owners through one-on-one consulting and a 6-month group program focusing on aligning who they are with their business and life. I also study and practice ancient philosophy and sacred texts, and I'm involved in projects like protecting old scripture and supporting education in India. I used to work at Mitsubishi UFJ Morgan Stanley Securities, and during that time, I had the chance to meet many owners of small and mid-sized companies in Japan. But honestly, I felt that financial literacy was not very high for many of them. Even successful business owners often didn't fully understand how money works or how to grow and protect their assets. Compared to other developed countries, Japan is still behind in financial literacy. What can we do to change that? Personally, I believe we need to learn how to use capital wisely, not just save money or work harder. I'm inspired by the ideas of Thomas Piketty, who talks about how capital, not just labor, plays a key role in wealth building. In today's world, understanding how money works is not just for the rich. It's something everyone needs to create a secure and meaningful life. That's why I'm committed to living as a role model and a leader to inspire others to express themselves, live with authenticity, and create a truly rich and fulfilling life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very inspiring to hear that we need to boost, including ourselves, our financial literacy, I think. So maybe do you have any questions that you might want to ask Mr. Arthur, if you're open? あずささんどうでしょうか？
I shall ask, or does Miss Fujita have a question? I didn't understand you correctly.
Sorry, Miss Fujita, do you have any questions?
No.
No? Okay. Mr. Barthard, do you have any comments or questions to the speech of Miss Fujita?
No, it was very inspiring. The World Venture Forum Foundation, which is behind the World Venture Forum event that you mentioned, is a non-profit foundation that is actually dedicated to exactly what Ms. Fujita was speaking about. It's the empowerment of innovation and entrepreneurship around the globe. And we do believe that we are living in a time of change. There is many opportunities out there. And if we're brave enough, right, to build and create something, there is room to build global champions. And likely it's easier and faster than it was ever before. And there is no difference if it's a male or female founder, right? We encourage teams to have minimum one founder female, ideally more, because we have seen that the companies actually are more successful, right? So the products usually are more diligent. There is less chaos in companies, right? And usually there is also better and creative ways to position the brand, the products in the markets. And also on international scale, investors like to see diverse founder teams. So it's a wonderful topic that Ms. Fujita has chosen and is a role model for in Japan. Very inspiring. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, so to next speaker. So I will choose, because there's two hands up, I'll just choose the one on my right. Ms. Yuko Hirohata, please give your introduction.
Yes, I am very honored to be here today. My name is Yuko Hirohata. I live in Thailand, in Bangkok now. I have three keywords to explain myself. I am CPA certified public accountant, entrepreneur overseas, and social activity to support children in Thailand. As CPA, I am business owner who is running business of accounting, audit company in Thailand, and consulting company in Japan. I am passionate about creating meaningful impact through my business and philanthropy. I am dedicated the past 15 years to supporting Japanese companies entering the business in Thailand market through my accounting and consulting firm. And my mission is connect outstanding Japanese products and services with the world, fostering business growth across borders. Beyond my professional work, my curiosity and commitment to social contribution have led me to support underprivileged communities in Thailand. As the current president of Rotary Club of Bangkok Suliwon, I collaborated with partners of Rotary Club in Japan to provide school supplies and water safety waters for children in need in Thailand. I strongly believe that the education and health are fundamental rights that should be accessible to all people. No matter the challenges, I remain committed to creating opportunity for next generation. And I believe that every child deserves a chance to learn, grow, and build a better future. And also at the same time, I agree to other speaker. As a woman, I have experienced a lot of difficulty to do the business as a woman business owner in Japan, and not so many in Thailand, but in Japan, especially in Japan. And for the women, if we want to pursue the career and wants to do more business, sometimes we have a difficulty as an environment, but as like a community here, if we cooperate together and expanding our chances and more chances, I really want to explore more better future for women in business and our private life as well. Thank you so much.
Hirohata-san, thank you very much for your introduction. Do you have any questions to Mr. Barthor? Yuko-san. 何か質問がありますか？
質問は
Yes.
最後にまとめてやりましょうかね。まずは皆さん、
わかりました。Okay, so since we are having more speakers, we'll just do the self-introduction, everybody's self-introduction first, and then we'll have a little bit of a discussion later on.
And also Berthold lecture, really nice one.
Okay, thank you. So the next speaker should be Miwa Oyama-san.
Okay, thank you, Mai-san. Hi, it's a really honor to be here to speak, in front of all of you. My name is Miwa Oyama. I am the head of the Next Stage Consulting and corporate the finance consultant, and then CPA, certified public accountant, and then the family business advisor based in Japan. Over the 30 years, I've been working. I have experience the working with the Goldman Sachs, Deloitte, and KPMG, and especially on providing the services of the rehabilitations, merger and acquisitions, and succession services. Then I feel that the most urgent issue in Japan is actually the lack of successors in the family business. As you may know, the most of the company in Japan is family businesses, and then also remarkably, we have the more than 50,000 companies in Japan is lasting the more than 100 years, a century. That means we have the real legacy the secrets, but half of them said that they have no successors, or even didn't just identify the successor. Actually, this is just because the many of the successor exist, but just because the communication breaks down, they often in Japan, especially the daughters, the female, is just simply is not seen as the vital leaders, just because of the cultural bias. As probably you can see, like there's the many the female leaders here, but they're not counted. And then so that's why I'm right now working not only for the male successor, but I also empower women to lead. The leadership should not be limited just by gender. Then also I'd like to talk about the economic power for the female. Women need to have the economic power, but this economic power is not just about money. It's about the power of choose and confidence, and also the value-based decision making. When women understand this economics, I believe they can enrich themselves, but not only themselves, but they can enrich their family and the community, and then future generation. That means in the future of the family business as well. I hope working together with all of you, I think we can bring the word and the word of female's financial leader is not exceptional but expected. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, to our next speaker, Mr. Tanaka.
Hi everyone, my name is Kotaro Tanaka. I'm running 17 schools in Japan for kids to grow their potential. Some kids read more than 2,000 books before they finish our school. We also help kids get better at sports. Some kids who are not good at sport can even work on their hands for 40 meters. I wrote some books about education. I'm planning to open a new international school in Tokyo in 2027. Japan needs more young global people. I'm excited to help Asian kids go out into the world together. It's a pleasure to meet you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tanaka-san. So to our next speaker, Yoko Hasegawa-san.
Yeah, thank you. So, hello everyone. I'm Yoko Hasegawa, founder of Lideclaire in France, the wellness brand known for creating the original meditation cushion that transforms lives through the power of relaxation. As a self-image awakening and entrepreneurial strategy consultant, with a mission to empower more people in Japan to live happier, more fulfilling lives. I support women and individuals who want to improve their lives in building economic freedom while stepping boldly in their full potential. And after building a career in Japan in product development and marketing, I moved to France in 2004. Since then, I've worked across various industries, both in French and Japanese companies, gaining intensive business experience. And today, I combine that with my expertise as a master hypnotherapist to offer a unique approach, helping people gain financial power and redesign their lives. For those who long to live life with more freedom, mentally, financially, and in how they spend their time, I support them in upgrading both their self-image and economic potential, so they can access deep, authentic happiness from within. Japan ranked 47th in the World Happiness Report 2024, while France and the US ranked 21st and 23rd. I believe that when we raise our own happiness, we naturally raise the happiness of those around us, especially the people we love and the time we share with them. So let's spread happiness from within and together create a more joyful Japan and a more connected world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yoko-san. So to our next speaker, Yuko-san, Yuko Milner-san.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Yuko Milner. Right now, I live in Tokyo with my British husband. I've been working as an English coach for 5 years, and I run my own school called Milner English Academy, coaching school. Before becoming a coach, I spent 23 years working in corporate management, mainly at the German car manufacturer such as Daimler and Volkswagen Group. I believe my mission is to help more Japanese people speak English and through that make Japan stronger. But I believe, and then also I believe language is power. So, but recently I've been really passionate about something else. What is that? This is encourage the ladies, encourage the women, to support more women to start their own business using English. That's my passion now. When I think about the challenges Japan faces, one issue that stands out is a lack of opportunities for women in the workplace. There are still very few women in management positions. For example, according to the data from the 2022, women about the 20 sorry the 12 sorry 20 no no 12.9 12.9 of the management class in Japan, but compared to the another countries, for example, the Philippines 53.4%, Sweden 41.7, and United States about 41.0. Why such a big difference between other countries in Japan, I wonder. And then not only for that, only 13, only the 0.8% is CEO in this country. So compared to the another country, it's really low. And then also the Japanese government is giving us the goal to have the female management about 30% in the future. But that's gonna be in the 2020s. We only have 5 years. Do you think can we make it? We only have a 0.8% a moment. No, 13%. That's quite high goal still, I feel. So, and then also not only for that, this is a real story. I was so shocked about that to hear that. One of talented woman, and she is really talented woman. She used to live in New York. She's working for 3 years in New York in the main division. She was a manager. She was really capable, and she had a baby. And then she came back to the company. Her position is gone. It's so shocked. I was so shocked about that. And she said she received the comment from the boss. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure, but I don't know what you're doing before having a baby. But now your position is this. So sounds like she is kicked out from the company. It's really shabby. Sorry about this. I was so sad. I think this is so sad story. So therefore, I believe is that we have to I decided I only can do this is encourage the ladies through the English education. So, but my aiming now is to have more entrepreneur through the English business. That I'm thinking. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. So I'm very glad to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yuko-san. So please put your hands together for all the speakers tonight. And I have some very exciting news. I heard that Mr. Barthol have a lecture for us related to female, yes, female financial education and entrepreneurship. Is that correct?
Yes, I prepared a bit based on the briefing that I got. Very happy to share a few words. How much time do you give me?
Maybe 15
minutes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then I can take it easy. Maybe I would start off by saying thank you very much for inviting me to such a powerful and inspiring event. Mimi Ishio, big thanks to you. This is really a great opportunity, and I feel blessed that I'm here to hear all these stories that are really inspiring. My name is Bertolt Bauer-Karlik. I'm a serial entrepreneur, something that is not even usual here in Austria. In Austria, usually when you go to school, to university, people expect you to work in a large corporate or maybe at the government, right? So that you have a safe job. And I was still in school and I started my first business, and my mother thought, oh my God, this is going to be expensive, right? And then with 19, I sold the first business and I had my own apartment, moved out, worked in the central bank. Everybody in the family was happy. They said, oh, he's now studying at university, working at the central bank, very stable, right? And then again, I had an idea with a friend and we started another business, right? And why I'm saying this, to explain a little bit from the story, sometimes when you feel it in the bottom of your heart that you have to create and build something, Sometimes you just need to do it. And it doesn't really matter if you, at the first instance, really know what you're doing, because in the end, every time you're doing something new, you're outside of your comfort zone. So even if you have a challenge today, may it be the society, may it be people that criticize or put up fears and say, look, there is something that can happen, right? You could fail, right? You should embrace that, because in the end, every obstacle is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to prove them wrong, right? You can also be certain that those that criticize you the most are the ones that watch you the closest, right? And once you prove, right, they will be the ones also honoring and elevating you. And I can tell you, some of the most inspiring managers that I had and where I learned everything were all women. I had a female boss in the central bank that told me after 1 year, I was working there 4 years, she said, sooner or later, you will start your own bank. Whenever you do it, right, and this really works, send me an email or show me the news article. And it was so inspiring because she just started believing, right? My next boss, Mate Oberndorfer, is now partner in my firm, right? 16 years ago, I was working for her. She was extremely inspiring and always pushed me out of the comfort zone. And I thought, this lady is crazy, right? I'm doing transactions in fields I have no idea about. And she said, no, you know everything. There's a lot of people around you, and you know when to ask questions, and you know when you can handle it yourself. You need to find the balance. So move yourself out of the comfort zone. Trust in mentorship, right? And be prepared. Then maybe from an unexpected source, somebody is pushing you into a totally new direction. Now, moving a bit forward, when I had my basically finish of the you could say corporate career, and a few companies on the way founded. At that time, it was 5 companies. 2 companies did not work. We had to write them off. 3 were okay, sold. I had the chance to again build a company 12 years ago with very big funding, $12 million we had before founding of the company, and then 20 million shortly thereafter. And what we were supposed to do was a supplier for the railroad industry. I had no idea about railroad industry, but I had a partner and an investor that said, we have very good connections there, but we need somebody to build the company. We need an entrepreneur, somebody that is comfortable outside of the comfort zone, that sees how things need to be built, starts to ask the right questions, and start to move in the right priorities, a thing forward, and build a company. So I said, okay, I can do that. And we did this, and we got very lucky, I must say, because this company became a world market leader. It's called System 7 Rail Support. Also, the Japanese railway is using these yellow robots repairing the rail machines. It used to be another company. Now it's System 7 Rail Support. We're very proud that the Japanese infrastructure is using this. So I sold this and started my own company, Venunair Capital, which is basically an investment bank for venture capital and private equity. Why? Because my passion is to support entrepreneurs when they're growing their businesses. This is also how we started the World Venture Forum. What I realized is that there is a very different world we are looking at, right? Europe is different by countries, right? So Austrians, right, and French are different to the Nordics, right? The Italians and the Greek, everybody is a little bit different. And then when you look to India, Middle East, yeah, Southeast Asia, Australia, North America, South America, everything is different. But it's such a gigantic market, and it's such a wonderful world where you can do business. But what do you need to do for that? You need to get, again, outside of the comfort zone. You need to do it like Mimi, travel like crazy, go to places, meet people, join on the, Clinton Global Initiative where we attended. Join where people meet, where the world meets, and exchange ideas, get inspired, inspire them. Maybe your next business or your next opportunity, even being in Japan, is a business that works together with Middle East and Europe. You never know, right? The US is doing trade war at the moment, right? Putting up tariffs, putting down tariffs. Trump doesn't know what he wants. Every day something different. Who cares? The rest of the world is really big. You can make business there, right? And there's a lot of places in the world that will appreciate very smart, highly educated women from Japan that drive things forward, because the rest of the world sees Japan as very accurate, hardworking, very, very down to detail, very good technologies, right? The branding of the country is sensational, right? Everybody understands Japan is quality, right? And nobody would judge if it's a female entrepreneur or a male entrepreneur. The opportunity is there. Push yourself a bit out of the comfort zone, make friends with friends, make new friends, right? Find mentors, find partners, and just rock it. Just do it. I think most of the time we're hindering ourselves. We're just standing in the way of ourselves. A lot of people that I know that are very comfortable in their lives, they tell me, I'm sitting here in my job day to day. I earn enough money. I have my flat. Everything is fine. But I have such a business idea. Somebody should do this. The problem is they will never get out of the box, right? They are in the hamster wheel. They're basically running all the time, but they're getting nowhere. The next generation will also be in the hamster wheel because they learn from the parents that the hamster wheel is what is normal. I want to teach my kids, and I have 3 kids. Yeah, I'm teaching my kids entrepreneurship is the starting point to create and make a difference. And if you want to make a difference, you need to try something new. You need to learn something new every day, and you need to be open-minded. You cannot have a barrier for culture. You have to be open. You have to be smart. And sometimes you have to just shut up and listen, right? And learn. Sometimes you have to speak up and teach, right? But this balance to learn, right, is very easy because the world will reflect. Yeah, you will get an immediate response. It's like on Facebook, sometimes a like, sometimes not. Yeah? And this is pretty much very easy. Nothing can happen. Nobody gets hurt. Only if we don't do something, because then the economy has a problem. And as we have a problem in society, not only Japan has an aging society, also Europe does. If we don't start building now, and if we don't create something now, the world will not make, a leap forward. We will just stay where we are, hopefully. That's a few words from my side. Maybe one thing to add, because I was so inspired by the one lady that said that, president of the Rotary Club. I'm also a member of a Rotary Club, very proud member. So it was very inspiring also to hear all the different speeches and what you shared with me. It gives me good comfort that you have so much talent in Japan, and I'm very much looking forward to my next trip in May to come to Japan. We will have a side event next to Sushi Tech on the 7th of May with World Venture Forum Insider Circle. And this will be represented by Alexandra, I think the speaker that we have later today. This is the investors launch at the Deloitte premises, Deloitte Innovation Lab. Tickets are for free. Just click and get one. Join us there. We need to show the world. There will be a lot of international investors. We need to show them the power of the female drivers of the Japanese ecosystem. I want them to see not only men in the crowd, right? Because that's the usual at these events, usually old white men. And this is something we need to change. It's you that will make a difference. And I hope I see you there. I hope I get to meet you in person. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you very much for your presentation and lecture. It was very, very inspiring to get out of your comfort zone. It's definitely what Japanese, especially women, need to hear. I think it was in all of the speeches that we are a little bit, still dragging behind, maybe not having too much confidence, but I think we need a point where we need to start something. And I think your speech was like the beginning of that. So it'll be very exciting to see you again in Tokyo in May.
I'm very much looking forward. 7th of May at the side event Deloitte, or any time during this week. Just if you reach out to Mimi, I will make sure she knows everything we're doing in this week. Please feel free to join us. We have an international delegation with us. And we want to, share thoughts, ideas, and also learn from you.
Thank you very much. 皆様、今、プレゼンテーションいただきましたけれども、5月に寿司テック東京っていうイベントがありまして、そちらにもお越しになられたりとか、ぜひ、もしご希望がある場合、またお話できればっていうふうにおっしゃっていますので、ぜひ、自分じゃないと思わなくっても、思ったとしても、ぜひこの交流ができればなっていうふうに思っております。And we also have a special guest, Ms. Alex, who joined us. Hello. Thank you very
Hi,
much for joining us.
thank you for the invitation, and it's my big pleasure. And Mimi, thank you for gathering so many wonderful women. I'm absolutely out of words because I know sometimes how hard it is to make more women-driven events. I've been to Japan 2 times, and in May I'm also gonna join. So I also can't wait to meet local leaders like yourselves. And yes, again, Mimi, you're such a role model and such a great person that is promoting this. So I'm very happy. And maybe I will share just 2 words about who I am and what brought me here. So and how we met with Mimi. So I'm originally from Europe, from a country called Poland. It's not one of the, let's say, most developed countries, but we're trying. But also as Eastern, it's part of the Central and Eastern Europe, which is I would say we still have lots of challenges in terms of women position. And I have been last 10 years or even 15, maybe 10 years for sure. I've been always around women initiatives. I've been trying to take part in meetings like this one made so I can find a mentor or I can find another woman that is willing to help and guide, and also help to actually introduce other women into the business world or investment world that I'm today in. And also I've been working almost a decade for very, very masculine industry, which is IT. So that was also I would say an experience to call it. And after that, I started my own company. Then I actually also moved to Middle East, to totally different culture, and it's also women have a different position here, sometimes better, sometimes worse, or we all can see it out of our own perspective. And then also I was lucky enough to have a good career and be possible to start investing myself, even if that was very small. And at the beginning, believe me, I really felt, oh, I don't know anything. Who am I that I should even think that I should be an investor, or how should I choose these companies? But then it really takes the first step to get yourself out there. Try to look for people that are open. LinkedIn is a perfect starting point. It's possible to reach out to individual person, to organizations. And I really hope that even now today, I don't know, Mimi, how many wonderful women we have here, but I see a lot. This is such a force, right? So when we help each other, each of us has some talent, some special area we feel comfortable with. But then if we have something we need help with, okay, I've been my whole life in sales, so I could help other women to teach how to approach a client or how to get the contract or how to create an offer if they have an idea for business. So there is a lot of this kind of women in organizations, and I hope Japan will also like with the wonderful leadership of Mimi, will it will be happening sooner than later. So yes, it was really uncomfortable at the beginning to go to conferences and saying like, yes, me, some Miss Alexandra from Poland that never invested before. I want to be around this. And yes, this is another very, very masculine dominated area. It's like almost always it's like 90% of men. And unfortunately, there is still not enough of women being able to invest themselves or those that are really deciding about the bigger capital. And then this is actually one of my mission because the Bertolt that was speaking before you, this is actually a person that has included me into the investment world even more by inviting me to first Sushi Tech 1 year ago. So then I really saw like what kind of wonderful relationships him and also the whole Venture Capital has in Japan, and I really wanted to work internationally. So yes, before that I was thinking, okay, I've never been to Japan. Probably if I go there alone, it will be also tough, but then because I got the invitation from the gentleman, and I said, okay, I came here. Now I'm at Sushi Tech. Now you need to like adopt me and take me to every single meeting you're having. And he had no choice. And now like we started to work together, have another projects, and I also bought a share in the holding company of Venture Capital, so that I really feel this is something I can take part in, and yes, make more women going into the bigger investments. Yes, so now it's like 1 year after, and like we're organizing a delegation with international investors to Japan. We have lots of local friends already. So it took me, of course, lots of effort. I mean, going to events, it's pretty uncomfortable, even if I'm like already pretty used to that. But it's always, sometimes you go and like, again, I'm like the only woman. And sometimes, believe me, because I look very young, so many men sometimes are thinking I'm like not looking for investments, but they're thinking like I'm just by accident there. And then they start talk to me, and then they understand I'm a professional. So it is uncomfortable, and I could be like angry, and I am angry deep in my heart. Right? But it will not stop me from like going there anyhow. And then yes, I can just prove that I'm a trustworthy person, that I'm really professional and serious. And then the whole like next things will happen, right? And also and this is out of the whole career I've been doing. I'm active like I think 15 years. I was always professionally active, and then just some things really take time, but then they start to add up. So just like I've met Mimi, And then I've seen another Mimi. Hello, I don't see you now. Ah, yes, hello, in New York. So then I was introduced to another wonderful woman. And then I'm sure when we go again to Tokyo, I will meet even more. And then during that time, I meet other women as well in different countries here in the Middle East. Now I'm actually also at the conference. So it's really, really going to build up. And then there is this concept of rolling stones that I really, really love, or like a snowball, right? So like it starts small, but then at some time, after some time, it's have really, really, really big impact. So yes, I really hope this will be a good like sparkle to gather more, discuss, share the challenges, and also cheer on the successes. And yes, stick together because it is a long way to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Alex. It's very, very inspiring to hear that, we all have to start small, but then as we move on, it grows bigger and bigger. And we're looking forward to see you in Tokyo
Thank
in
you.
May 2. Thank you. So for right now, I want to take time to take some pictures. Yes. So first with the speakers. So please give us time for some photograph shoot. Okay. Just gonna count to 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. で、全員で撮りますか？ And then, okay. So, spotlight, then we want to take pictures with everyone who's participating in the Zoom right now. So, okay, please give us a moment. Okay, so now we're back to the main screen. So, photo time again. Since we have 3 screens, please give us a little bit of time. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's picture 1. Picture 2 coming. 1, 2, 3. And picture 3 coming. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you so much. And this concludes the session 2. Please give big hands to our special guests tonight, Mr. Arthur and Miss Alex. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see as many of you as possible next month when we are in Japan. Thank you. It was a great pleasure. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
Also,
Arigato gozaimasu.
everyone, let's all give a round of applause to Mai for moderating session 2. That was wonderful. And Bethel and Alex, thank you so much for wonderful speech. That was really encouraging. So everyone, break down the wall and move forward. Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
はい。では、ありがとうございました。ゲストのお二人はすでに抜けられた感じですかね。はい。では、以上で、今のセッションは金融とか、あと、女性の起業っていうお話でありましたけれども、今、ディスカッションですとか、プレゼンテーションいただいたようなお話の内容は、ちょっと画面の共有をさせていただきたいんですが、あと、後ほどまたご説明もありますけれども、このザ・ウィング東京2025っていう、石尾美美さんがオーガナイズしてくださった、このカンファレンスにて、学ぶことができます。で、とにかく今、ゲストの皆様のお話にもありましたように、お二人のお話を伺っていると、本当にやりたいことというか、 お二人の生きがいっていうのをしっかりこの見据えて生きられていると。で、それで、トピックは金融でしたけれども、それでどんどんどんどんやりたいことを成長させていかれているっていうのが分かったと思います。で、このザ・ウィング東京2025では、本当に自分の生きがいを持って生きれるようになるにはどうしたらいいかっていうのを、しっかりとお互いにディスカッションしながら、学びながら身につけるというようなカンファレンスになりますので、ぜひ皆様、ご興味がある方は情報の方を配信していきますので、その情報をキャッチして申請して、参加の申請の方いただければいいなっていうふうに思います。また、このセッション3の最後でですね、改めて説明させていただきますので、今ちょっと時間の関係もありますので、簡単に留めさせていただきますけれども、はい、以上でセッション2終了とさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。では、セッション3ということで、クレアさんにバトンタッチさせていただければと思います。お願いします。
はい、そろそろいらっしゃっていただいて、はい。で、このチャリティー財団とですね、WCI っていう、ウーマン
さんでは
キャンペーン
なく、はい、慈善団体ですね。
団体の創設者でもいらっしゃるということで、すごく女性活躍っていうことに対して、ものすごく長年取り組んでこられた方のことでございます。はい、で、今回のウィング東京2025を、マージョリーさんの方からこんなもうすっごいお力をもらってお忙しいマージョリーさんから今回もう強いオファーがあってのこのカンファレンスが開催に至ったという。
Hi, Marjorie. Thank you so much. Welcome. And, I am so happy to have this time together. And let us introduce everyone, Japanese side of speakers, one by one. Is that okay? Are you ready? And are we ready?
We're ready on this side, I think. Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you're not in pajama. Thank you so much. It's quite early morning in the US, and yeah, we thought you should be in pajama, and we should be in pajama too.
No. We're okay. And most of the stuff we wear looks like pajamas anyway.
Hello, my name is Yumi, and I am Ascension English Conversation Coach. I live in colorful Colorado, Grand Canyon State, Arizona, and sometimes the land of the rising sun, Japan. I have lived in the United States for 38 years, ever
Oh,
since I
my.
was 19. Yes, I was 19. I was fresh out of high school. And with over 30 years of experience working in the local US companies and more than a decade of coaching experience in US. I quit my stable job in US last November to spend more time in Japan, using my skills and experience to support Japanese people go out in the world. My mission goes far beyond simply teaching a language. I empower individuals to use English as a powerful tool, sharing the mindset and skills needed to thrive on the global stage. By supporting Japanese people blend the techniques and the perspectives they've learned abroad with Japan's unique strength, my goal is to spark innovation, create new value, and energize Japan for the future. And regarding the empowerment of women, in order for us women to feel empowered, I believe feeling safe is vital. Even though Japan is known to be one of the safest countries, with the recent news about numerous sex offenders getting undeservingly light sentences or even their cases being dismissed is quite disturbing, to say the least. A lot of victims are children in grade school. As myself, also a victim of sexual offense as a child, I strongly believe that a big shift in the legal system and the mindset of the people in Japan is necessary. And that's my take on empowerment for women. Thank you.
To me, that's really interesting. It's a topic that I would not have suspected. I wouldn't have thought, but we should definitely put it on the table, Yumi, if you think that it's something that we can approach with diplomacy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I thought about bringing this topic up. I wasn't sure if it's going to be appropriate, but being appropriate is so overrated. So I'm just going to say it. And thank you for listening.
No,
Thank you
I
for your
think
time.
I think at the end we will have, especially with Mimi, we will have a conversation about what we want to attack and what's appropriate and how. But this is really interesting. Thanks,
Thank you.
Yumi.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Aya Jane. I live in the UK. I'm a self-leadership coach and producer supporting individuals who want to make a meaningful contribution to society by helping them articulate their inner voice and unique value. My work focuses on guiding purpose-driven solo entrepreneurs, creatives, and professionals to clarify their vision and express it authentically, especially those who are in the early stages of their journey, just like myself. Having lived outside of Japan for over a decade, I've gained a deep appreciation Japanese culture, as well as growing a concern for some of its structural issues. In particular, I'm passionate about addressing Japan's gender gap, childcare penalty, and the low self-esteem many Japanese people experience. These issues are rooted in traditional societal values, such as lifetime employment and seniority-based systems, which still influence how individuals are judged by their affiliations rather than their unique talents. These values are deeply ingrained from early childhood education and make it difficult for many, especially women, to build and sustain their careers. Through my work, I aim to help individuals recognize and shape their own values and gifts, and by doing so, I hope to contribute creating more diverse and inclusive ways for women to thrive in their professional lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So
Definitely should be on the table. No question about it. That's so well put. And some of it is surprising to us, I think. Go on.
Hello, my name is Yumiko Ihara, and I am from Japan. I'm a specialist in preventive health. As a nurse, I've seen just how important it is to prevent disease. This experience had led me to dedicate myself to revitalizing Japan's traditional food culture as a means to restore both physical health and mental well-being. In today's Japan, the pursuit of convenience and efficiency has unfortunately diminished the deep-rooted significance of eating, the intrinsic connection between mind and body. Recognizing this, I have been offering health support that integrates medical and nutritional knowledge with Japan's time-honored culinary wisdom. I firmly believe that elements such as fermented foods, seasonal dishes, and the cultural practice of expressing gratitude before meals through the phrase "itadakimasu" possesses the power of nourish not only body but also the soul. Through this conference, I hope to collaborate with individuals worldwide to promote initiatives that honor cultural traditions while fostering holistic health. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Imiko-san.
much. Thank you.
So, to our next speaker, Meigetsu-san.
It's me. Hello, everyone. I'm Masako Kikuchi. My friends call me Taco. I live in north of Japan and run the ryokan Meigetsu. Ryokan is Japanese inn. Meigetsu means a place to admire moon. As the name suggests, our inn is located in great place to watch the moon rising from the Zao mountain range. Meigetsu has 20 rooms on 13,000 square meters site at the foot of the mountain where you can feel beautiful nature. Each room has its own unique charm and own private hot spring. In addition to the guest room, there is an art gallery and small library, a yoga room, sauna, and more. We welcome our guests with a lot of hospitality and value teamwork. Ryokans has a position called Okami, which is run by women as icon. It's also a company where people can use their individuality to their full potential regardless of gender. As a Okami, I strive to raise the salaries and treatment of my staff, as well as their status. I also work on child poverty in our local area. We provide rice to the children's cafeteria. Our city's poverty rate is 14.9%, too higher than the average in Japan. I want to create a world where all children can achieve their dreams. In my private life, I am a mother of 11 years old daughter and I love snowboarding and surfing. If you're into ski or snowboarding, I can guide you around Mount Dao. I want to enjoy both my work and my private life. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Eriko Magical. I help female small business owners find their own way of working, focusing on financial independence, emotional well-being, and business support. Although the number of women in the workforce is rising, about 1.61 million women still feel they want to work but can't. This is often due to the lack of flexible work options that match their life stages. Personally, I'm married, but I noticed some resistance in myself toward pregnancy and childbirth. I also went through a time when I pushed myself too hard, thinking I had to do more. Even though my business was going well, my heart wasn't in it. That's when I realized it's not about meeting others' expectations. It's about finding a way of working that fits me and can be sustained in the long term. I believe women face
Yay.
I believe women face invisible barriers due to life stages. We often hold onto unconscious rules about how we should be and feel pressured by the expectations of others. Overcoming these barriers is the first step to creating a life where we can make our own choice. I'm here to help women break through these invisible walls. I support them in finding their own way of working, achieving both financial and emotional independence so they can build a fulfilling, flexible life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, to our next speaker, Ritsuko Oyama-san.
Yes. Hi. Hi. And my name is Ritsuko Oyama. I live Tokyo and Paris. I'm enjoying your life. And I'm the CEO of the La Brickware Incorporated. I organize an international pageant for female entrepreneurs and special in beauty awakening and trauma healing. With 24 years of experience supporting women, I also host online summits with over 3,000 participants several times a year. I have also been supporting children's education for over 15 years. In the last 3 years, I have donated $7,000 from events. Now is the time to share the spirits of Japan with the world. Japanese culture values love, harmony, and coexistence. And the kimono represents these ideas. I would like to hold kimono shows around the world, Dubai, Hollywood, China, and Thailand. Through kimono show, we hope to connect people across different countries and cultures. Let's honor traditional beauty while creating a beauty future together. As Japanese entrepreneurs working worldwide, we are committed to contributing to the future of humanity through the spirit of Japan. Thank you very much.
What I didn't pick up your name. What is your name, please?
Ritsuko Oyama.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ritsuko-san. So to our next speaker, Tanaka-san, Tanaka Kotaro-san.
Hi, Marjorie, and
Hi.
everyone. My name is Kotaro Tanaka. I have 17 nursery school in Japan for kids to grow their potential. Some kids read more than 2,000 books before they finish our nursery school. We also help kids get better at sports. Some kids who are not good at sports can even walk on their hands for 40 meters. I wrote some books about education. I'm planning to open a new international school in Tokyo in 2027. Japan needs more young global people. I'm excited to help Asian kids go out into the world together. It's a pleasure to meet you today. Thank you.
Back at you. I want to see the hands. I want to see the kids walking on their hands. Yikes.
Actually, we have a video, so can I show that?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'd love to show it.
これです。やばいでしょ。後天から下がらせやる。
Did you see?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Yes, this is wonderful. And thank you so much for Kotaro-san and Marjorie. Thank you. And now we have Heather. Thank you so, so much for joining. Heather, I would appreciate a little bit of introduction yourself. Is that okay?
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. Apology for being a few minutes late. I was in another meeting. My name is Dr. Heather Lamar. I am a senior professor at Temple University. You might know Temple Japan from Tokyo. I helped create the communication program at Temple Japan. And I have been a professor before I was at Temple, I was a professor at Ohio State University and University of Minnesota, which are very large universities in the United States. My area is communication and business. I just finished a book that's coming out on corporate social advocacy. It is called Raising Social Capital. And it's a 15-chapter book about all the different ways that we can come together globally for international global business and domestic business, small and large, from social entrepreneurship all the way to multinational, global multinationals. And we highlight all the different ways that we can collectively bring people back together through social capital. So this is chapters about knowing when to speak out and not speak out on social and political issues, about knowing how to raise money and grow your business and scale your business, how to do impact investing, so people who have generational wealth who want to give back, the different ways that they can give back. And it's just a really lovely book. I'm very, very excited to share with people. And it's just finished and it'll be coming out this fall. And is that enough, Mimi?
Voice memo.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay. And I also have my own consulting company. And I have two children. I am unmarried. I'm not married, but I have two children. So I have done the journey of single motherhood, of raising children, building a business. And it's such a delight to hear from all of you. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the introduction. So we have two more speakers today. So we'd like to continue to Nobuko Seihiro-san.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for guiding us tonight evening event, Mimi and Ms. Marjorie. I'm very honored to meet you, and I'm the CEO of the Pigeon Global Management. My mission is to connect Japanese readers and the next generation with the world. Japan has one of the most powerful passports in the world. Japanese citizens can travel to almost any country with a visa. However, only a small member actually take advantage of this opportunity. So I want to help more Japanese people and the next generation go abroad and experience and the world and broaden their perspective. So that's why I'm here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'd love to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nobuko-san. And next, so maybe Miki-san.
Hi. I'm so nervous. My name is Miki. I live in Bay Area in California with my Japanese American husband and my boys. I was focusing on raising my children so many years. However, since 2 years ago, I decided to start living my own life. Also, on the same time, I have started to support those who have given up on their dreams. I believe in the law of attraction, and I am teaching the reality creation. I truly hope that every woman in the world can live their shining life in their own way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We're with you.
Thank you.
Miki-san, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So our next speaker, Mimi-san. Yes.
Hello. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Sherry-san. How are
Hi.
you? Good to see you. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Mimi, and I live in the U.S. and Colorado. Right now, I live in the U.S. for 25 years, and so now I live in the beautiful state in Colorado. And I'm working till for 4:30 in the morning.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
yes. But
Oh,
anyway,
that's
and it's
very, oh my goodness. It really
I
is
know.
early for you.
It's a
Oh,
conference start at the 4:30 in the morning,
oh my
but
gosh.
but, but anyways, I'm honored to be here. And my and yeah, my let me introduce myself again. And I live in Colorado with my husband, my American husband, and so I have a three grown-up child. So they're everywhere, all over the world right now. One of the Italy, one of the Japan, one of the California. And so living at the year two, I love dog, and so I have two dogs. Anyway, so I'm representative of the Lumina Global. My Lumina Global, which is we empower women in Japan around the world and helping that to glow and shine with confidence. And our mission is to support women to reach their full potential and make positive in the impact globally because empowerment, a woman empower the world. That's I believe. And also, I'm doing the massage therapist for 25 years, and so I've been working with almost 15, I think over the 17,000 people for study in Japan and United States and also in Germany too. And so that was my passion. And also now I'm switching to the coaching too, and which is that I'm doing to the best of my theme like the best way to work. And so for of course the financial freedom and how they work with that kind of stuff. And so because live in the States, it's been so hard actually before my English not perfect and so I'm working with like a ikigai and so the like a well-being stuff and then so I realize and in Japan the ikigai is means the using for like a keeping harmony and it's very quiet and gentle but sometimes they work themselves and so always for somebody then it's kind of the burnout but I realized and in the States I've been here and I saw some different because the purpose people who for the purpose for what they love have a passion and so that's I believe it's big difference in the U.S. and the state, America too. I'm sorry, U.S. and in Japan. So my background, I have two background, and so I'm using for that. And so I just, tell this for Japanese woman, and so don't be shy. And it in the English, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect or not. And so just be confident. You have out of the break you out of just out of the box and so see the world. That's I'm trying to tell a lot of women and so I'm just so exciting to be you guys. But thank you so much.
That's so important. That is so important. So we've got to we've got to figure that we've got to place it someplace.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
very much, Mimi-san,
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
presentation. And we have another special guest with us today, Sherry-san, Miss Sherry. Could you give us a brief self-introduction?
Hi there. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelley Bressler. Thank you, Mimi, for inviting me to attend. I live in Washington, D.C., and I do consulting now. I worked 30 years for our parliament for U.S. Congress. I worked for Senate and the House members. and I focused on.
She really was a superstar.
You're very kind. I worked on most of my career. The first part of my career, I worked on domestic economic programs in the U.S. And then I moved to international programs where I was the lead staffer for global health programs and for women empowerment programs. So a lot of what you're saying, I've heard from women from all walks of life and appreciate you doing that. What I do now is have my own business like Heather, do a little bit of consulting work, advising organizations, mainly in the foreign policy areas, about how to present their message, how to simplify things so people in different fields can understand what you do, to make complex things more easily understood. And thank you.
Thank you very much for your introduction. So, Miss Missouri, we do have one more speaker coming up, but I would like to ask you to give us, if it's possible, give us some feedback after all the presentation, if it's possible.
Sure.
Yes,
Now?
thank you very much. So after we have one more speaker, Mr. Ikuo Shibata. So after Mr. Shibata, it would be great if we can receive your feedback.
Super.
Okay, thank you. So to our last presenter, Shibata-san, Ikuo Shibata-san, please give your presentation.
I'm honored to be here, and I'm one of the event's sponsor, the Win Tokyo 2025, and I will organize some panel session titled "Where is Happiness?" Exploring the concept of Bhutan's GNH. GNH means gross national happiness. And I visited Bhutan last month and I was very impressed about that country and their concept. Their concept is prized all over the world for balancing environment, economics, and well-being or happiness. And I'm very amusing about that concept, and I invite the director of Bhutan's GNH Center. That director is a lady, women, and in Bhutan, the ladies are very strong as men, and perhaps she is going to show us the GNH concept of Bhutan, and please encourage your lifestyle. I'm thinking so. My own job is career consultant in Japan. That is a national license in Japan, and I always meet some ladies or men who are worrying about their jobs, and sometimes they wanted to quit their job and translate the job and remove. But lack of ikigai is a very important questions in Japan. So I want to debate, or I want to discuss about what is our ikigai in that panel discussion. Thank you.
Mr. Shibata, thank you very much for your presentation. So I think that is all for our speakers tonight. The presentations were very empowering. I think we have speakers who are very, very empowering tonight, but that is not necessarily the case for the entire Japan. So I'd like to really ask Ms. Majori to give us some tips on how we can, become empowered, or if you have any tips on how we should endure the journey, or it would be great to have your feedback.
Wow, this was really wonderful. I don't know if you know how I met Mimi. We were together at a family office event in Austria, and we were on the same panel, the two of us, and we just bonded. Um, I do have to, Mimi, I'm going to call you afterwards. I have a couple of extra questions, but this was really enlightening. We are trying to figure out how we should put together the panels, what are the topics, and you have shared with us so many good ideas. And this kind of conference could go on for days. There's so many good. The entrepreneurship is extremely important. The injection of, I'm just reading my notes. I want all of our children to be walking on their hands. Um, we should be talking about the things that we think, especially you think are important, the preventive health, um, children achieving their dreams. I was surprised by the first mention of abuse, and I think it's a topic that we should handle very carefully. But I, for one, would be in for putting it as part of our panel, which is empowering women. How do we do it? How? One of the things that I thought was very interesting was the mention of women thinking outside of the box. And I think that that should be an essential for us here and for you there. But putting it together, communications, how do we communicate? How do we tackle things diplomatically yet strongly? Share our ideas and opinions, not being timid, which is something that in speaking to Mimi over the time, it seems that it's more than being polite. It's being strong. It's being assertive. It's being kind. It's being, women working together, which is the other side of it. We find it here too. Sometimes women don't work well together. And it's because for many, many years, when they're put at the table, there's only one of them. We have to be working together, presenting a strong a strong self, a strong presence. Um, Helping small business important. Let me look at my notes. I have so many things to do. This was so wonderful. What Heather, you should all buy Heather's book. Heather is perfect for this conference. As is Shelley. Uh, anyway, it's about women reaching their full potential. And that was said over and over and over again with every presenter today. And as I said, let me go back to it. It's thinking outside of the box, and we're the ones who are going to plant the seeds. And I think it's just going to have great energy, but we really have to have great energy. We've got to make sure that as women leave our conference, they are going home feeling empowered, um, happy, the happiness, but not being caught up with that. Knowing that combining the family, the business, the entrepreneurship, the whole, supporting one another. If we can do that, that would be amazing. Is there anything else I left out? Mimi, help me.
Yeah.
Mimi, help me.
I am sure everyone here, like including the speakers, were so, happy, and they shared the opinions, and they feel like they understood each other. So this was a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, Marjorie. And I told them that, Marjorie, you have a wonderful skill of, like communication, like, understand other feelings, other people's feeling. show your love, deliver your love to everyone. And, that is amazing. And, you always, try to understand me, and, you always, deliver love.
And that's very difficult.
Yeah. People say that.
But don't underestimate your importance, really. I mean, everything that was said this morning, don't feel as though you're not going to have. When you get to the point where it says body and soul, it's wonderful. We do it all the time. We do it all the time as women, kind of stepping back, saying, perhaps I shouldn't say it this way. That's exactly what we should be saying to our women. Say it, don't apologize for it. Make sure you understand. Don't, and we do it all over the world. I mean, we've been doing these trainings. We've been doing them in almost 50 countries, and the women, start by saying, "I'm sorry, maybe we shouldn't say it this way." Don't do that. We all do it, so I'm not. but walk away with a feeling of empowerment, a feeling of knowing what you're going to say without being insulting or without being to give me the word without being
appropriate.
It's important to be appropriate. Don't be bombastic. But say what you have to say in words that you're comfortable with, and and stop apologizing. Stop saying, perhaps this isn't the right way to say it. Perhaps it's been said before. Don't do that.
Communication is really important. Communication helps, the connection, building trust with people, or building a relationship. And the relationship makes life, and, the makes our life happy or happier. And
it's the sisterhood too.
Yes, it's true. So I am so excited. We are so excited to learn a lot from you, and also we hope that we can share a lot of things from Japan side as well, like each other.
Good. We'll listen. We'll learn. We know it. Yes.
Thank you very much. We also have Miss Heather raising her hand, so I'll just put her on the spotlight.
I just noticed that people were putting questions in the chat, and I didn't know if you wanted Marjorie to answer those, Mimi. So I didn't know if you were aware they were there.
Thank you so much for noticing all the time. You always pay attention to the comment box. Thank you.
Okay, we'll just quickly go through the questions then. And we also have Miss Shelley already answered one of the comments. So we'll just look at the ones which is left and unanswered, which is the question from Oyama-san. So she says, questions to the guest. So in the United States, do you have lack of successor for family business? And how does female members take a leadership or empowerment role for the succession or of family business as wife and daughter? If anybody can answer that question.
That's a very good question, and it really does differ from family to family. And it also differs from industry to industry. It depends on, for some, it just goes without saying. It will go to it's not necessarily just going to the male in the family. It depends on how the family has structured. Some for many decades, or many, not in some cases centuries. But I mean, it really does differ from. Isn't that fair to say, Heather?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair to say. Also, in America right now, we have the largest number of small businesses in the history of America being sold, because the younger generation has chosen not to continue the family business. So a lot of times in America, especially in farming and agriculture, in those kinds of businesses. But yes, I would agree with Marjorie that it's very common for women, for young women to take over family businesses, sometimes even more than young men, but is much, wouldn't you say, Marjorie?
Yeah.
Which was not always true. That was not always true, but
Yeah.
is true now.
And we're in a strange position right now too. There's so much there are peaks and troughs that we're kind of sitting back, taking deep breaths and saying, "Oh my goodness, what are we going to be doing with this new administration?"
Yeah, and one thing also to raise on that, and it's no different than what we're hearing from folks in Japan, is that childcare is definitely an issue
Big
that
issue.
all working mothers have to deal with. And we had a very famous judge in our history, a woman whose comment was that she got a call from the school one day that her child was sick. And she said, these children also have a father you can call to come pick up the sick child. And it was laughed because even in our society, 30
The
years
Supreme Court
later,
justice, yes. Yeah.
I would get the call when one of my children was needed to be picked up from being in school, or I would be the one that would have to make the arrangements for their summer activities and the assumptions that I would find childcare or activities. Not that my husband doesn't take um, part in raising the children, but the expectations were my job was less important than his job, than that. And I think that's something all working societies have to deal with, and to have better understanding that it shouldn't just be assumed that a woman can drop everything at her job and do this. So I think that that's society on a whole.
Thank you so much. That was my questions. And then I'm working on the succession support in Japan. And actually, I'm the leader of the succession academic the research in Japan as well. Then actually in Japan we have the same issues, especially in the females. Kind of literally, taken. I mean, actually seen as the how to say, kind of relatively, the lower health level in terms of the workplace. So and Shelley mentioned that that happened for the mother, but I have to take care of the kids when they got sick, all of that. And then also actually I just wanted to ask was actually the many cases for the succession cases, and the many cases even like male or female, either like successor, that like many cases they decided to take over the family business just because of for the sake of the mother. So I thought like the mother is kind of like kind of the good influence for their children, for their the family business successions. So that means maybe like we need to give the female, especially becoming the mother for some children of the family business, if she get the good education in terms of how to learn the business itself, and then how to raise the kids for that family business successor. So I thought either way, we thought the female need to have the good education, and not only like raising kids, but also and has a growing their family business as well. Thank you so much for the like the kind the answer. I really got the good the understanding of the what's happening in the States, and then I think we would like to share the your comments to our colleagues in Japan too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 大山さん、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Okay, so I think there are more topics that could be discussed, but unfortunately, the time has come to an end for today. So, I'd like to take this time to appreciate our special guest tonight, and thank you very much for listening to our presentations and giving us
Thank
one.
you. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been wonderful.
And in the last few minutes, we would like to take some pictures, if it's okay with you. So I'll just put yes, thank you. So we will first take photo in this screen, and then we will take photo with everybody. So please give us some time for picture taking. So the first picture will be taken in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And
Fine, we have a lot of speakers, so
yes,
a moment, I will press a little bit of other speakers
so we will change. We have a lot of speakers, so we'll kind of change the members a little bit right now. Okay, time for second picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
and who is not on the picture yet?
Maybe Ritsuko-san not on the picture yet. ですよね。かな? Anybody here for the second time? No? Okay, just your first time. Okay.
And probably Mimi too.
Okay. So one more picture in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else?
So spotlights off, and we'll just take the picture with the entire attendees of this online meeting. So please give us a few seconds. Ish. Okay, so since we have 57 members currently attending right now, we will take the picture again for 3 times. So the first picture will be taken in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, first one is taken. Second one coming up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, second one is taken. And the last one is coming in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much for the time to take the photo. I think that the pictures are taken, and I'd like to give our regards again to our special guest tonight. Thank you very much for coming to this online meeting. We will look forward to talking to all of you soon, hopefully. And please have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for Mai-san and Claire and Mimi-san again. Thank you so much.
Mimi,
for
Mimi, can you do me a favor and call me when this is over, please?
Sure, of course. I'd love to, yes. So talk to you later. And thank you so much, Marjorie and Shelly.
Thank you. Okay.
日本の皆さん、ちょっと待ってくださいね。まだこの後ありますので、先にヘザーと、シェリー、そしてマジョリーに出ていただきました。はい。 では、今日は皆さんどうでしたかね。今日よかったら、このお写真とともにですね、今日の感想、をですね、ハッシュタグだったり、メンションで、書いていただけたら、もうみんなお互いのですね、感想をこう見に行ったりとかですね、コメントしに行ったりとか、しますので、よかったら、もし、ハッシュタグするときは何にしますか？ザ・ウィング東京にしましょうかね。ハッシュタグザ・ウィング東京。で、ぜひつけていただいて、お互いがですね、その感想を見に行くというような形ですね。で、そしてぜひ皆さんのお声、どういうふうに思ったのか、自分のオピニオン何だったのか、ぜひね、教えていただきたいなというふうに思います。で、この、そもそもですね、この、場所は何のための場所だったかと、言いますと、5月11日にですね、皆さんカンファレンスが、そうです、ありまして、こちら、最高の生きがい、最高の働きがいと最高の生きがいの見つけ方、ザ・ウィング東京2025ということで、こちらですね、皆さん、働くって何だろうと、お金のためなのか、それとも自分のためなのか。でも大事な、一度きりの人生、命の時間、やっぱりですね、私たちには、意義ある時間、を過ごす、ね、そういうね、命の時間にする権利があってですね、この時間を、単なる生活のためとか自分の利益だけではなくって、やっぱり広い視野と高い視座でもっと意義のあることに使っていこうよと。そしてそれをね、実際にもうやってるメンバーたちがいます。それがこの、この場にいらっしゃる、皆さんであり、今日のスピーカー登壇者でありという方々ですね。このようなですね、やっぱり、社会関係をね、どんどん起こしていこうと、早い時期から、早い、年からね、起こしていこうと、そして次世代にもですね、その波だったりっていうのをどんどん渡していこうと、そういうような取り組みがこのウィング東京になっています。で、親子で来るよって言っていただいている方だったりとか、ここにいらっしゃるリーダー、たちだったり、経営者たちだったり、ですね、が、集まって、今日のような形でですね、最高の生きがいと最高の働きがいについて、お互いの意見を交換し合うというような、形ですね。で、今回はテンプル大学、次回はテンプル大学の学生たちも、参加してですね、より次の世代に渡していくであったりとか、幅広い年齢の人たちが自分たちの、考えや、意見というのを交換していくというような形ですね。で、トークだけで、終わらせるのではなくって、やっぱり、皆さんの人生により大きな変革を起こしていくためには、もうね、私、マージョリーに言ったんです。私、ただでさえですね、もう旦那さんとの時間大好きで、もう、旦那さんを離れる時はもう絶対に意義ある時間にしか使わないから。マージョリーと、私はもう意義ある時間にしか使わないから、このトークだけっていうのも、もうそれやりたくないと。トークだけじゃなくて、ちゃんと参加した人たちのみんなが、人生がちゃんと動いていくような、人生が変わっていくようなカンファレンスをやりたい。それだったらやるというふうに言ったんですね。で、マージョリーたち、ヘザーもそうですけれども、シェリーもみんな結構ね、すごい忙しいわけですね。なんだけれども、1年間私たちにですね、一緒に時間をとってコミットして、みんなと一緒にやりたいというふうに快諾をしてくれてですね、今日みたいな事例のオンラインミーティングだったりとか、それからですね、この、カンファレンス終わった後1年間、毎月1回を私想定しているんですけれども、さっきちょっとリクエストを出したんですが、例えば、マージョリーが今までですね、長年の政権を渡ってきて、そして、24年間ジャーナリストとして、やってきて、つわものたちとやり合ってきた、そのコミュニケーション力だったりとか、そして、自分たちの軸を持って自分も大切にしながら、周りと理解し合っていくであったりとか、そういったテーマについて主に、学び合いながら、このフォローアップミーティングをね、1年間進めていく。そして皆さんのそのプロセスを通じて皆さんの変革をより起こしていきたいというふうにね、プランをしています。
改めてになるんですけれども、さっき登場してくれたのが、マージョリーと、そして、共同経営者は、私たちであったり、もう何よりも実行委員の皆さんがですね、もう本当に主体的にですね、皆さん本当に、自分たちでですね、作って、くださっていてですね、で、今回はサポーター企業もね、入っていてというような形に、なります。で、これはですね、今回初年度ということもあって、えー人数が限られているということになります。会場のですね、キャパシティの人数っていうのも、テンプル大学さんから、大学さんの全面協力いただいてるんですけれども、そこのキャパシティもですね、100人がもう限界だということになりますので、ちょっと今回はですね、完全招待制という形にさせていただいています。もう、インビテーションを受け取った方も、いらっしゃると思いますし、もしくは、キャンセル待ちにですね、これからご応募されるという方もいらっしゃるかと思います。キャンセル待ちのリンクはですね、チャットの方に、リンクが流れるかなというふうに思いますけれども、もしですね、まだインビテーション受け取ってないし、だし、今日初めて来たんだけれども、このインビテーションを受け取りたいなという方はですね、今日、誘ってくれた方、皆さんを誘ってくれた方がいると思うんですけども、その方にどうしたらいいのかなというふうに、聞いていただけたらというふうに、思います。ということで、今日はですね、素晴らしい進行モデレーションを、クレアさん、そしてミミさん、そしてマイさんが、してくださいました。本当にありがとうございます。この皆さんのための、時間をです。本当にもう直前まで、ミーティングしたり、ブラッシュアップしたりという形でね、たくさん用意して、くれました。本当にありがとうございます。そして今日スピーカーされた皆さんもいかがでしたでしょうかね。またね、後で、ぜひ感想をですね、ハッシュタグもしくはメンションをつけて、今日登壇してみての、感想だったり変化だったり決意だったり、そしてカンファレンスへの期待だったり、いただけたらというふうに思いますし、今回は、女性の比率も多かったんですけれども、それでもその中でもやっぱり男性もですね、ジョインをね、して、おられて、やっぱり男女ともに楽しめるカンファレンスの内容になっているかなという、5月11日のものはですね、金融リテラシーのものだったりとか、男女ともに楽しめる内容にして準備しておりますし、この場にですね、いてくださっている、男性陣の皆さんのですね、エールも一緒に、女性陣のパワーも一緒に、次世代に渡していけたらなというふうに思っております。この中では、今、柴さんですね、そして、幸太郎さんがですね、登壇者として、出ることが、今の時点で決まっております。それ以外にも登壇者としてですね、出たいという方は、お声掛けをね、一度、いただきましたらというふうに思います。
5月11日の東京というのが、本番になりますので、ぜひそちらの方に東京に直接いらっしゃる方は、私もニューヨークから飛んでいきますので、ぜひ会場でお会いできたら嬉しいなと思っております。
はい、皆様本当に夜遅くまでありがとうございました。今日ですね、いかがでございましたでしょうか。一言ね、感想をコメントに入れていただけたら、めちゃくちゃ私たち喜びます。皆さんのね、発信がここでまたインターナショナル、世界に向けてということなので、もうこれがですね、本当に、もう今日がこの皆さんのまた新たな一歩ということで、はい。こちらの方をね、開催させていただいて、本当に、もう、私も感無量でございます。いろいろとね、ちょっと、慣れない、こともありましたけれども、本当にありがとうございました。で、この機会をですね、使って、作っていただいた、本当に石尾美美さんで、本当に感謝なんですね。もう日本にね、こういうことをね、持ってくるっていうことがなかなかできないと思うんですよ。皆さんね、これ、聞かれて今どうでしたか？ 5 月11日、実際にね、今、こう、コミュニケーションをされた、この、ヘザさんもそうですし、シェリーさんもそうですし、マージョリーさんもね、もうその方たちと本当にね、こう、もう生で会えるっていうことで、すごく今からね、私もコールがもうウキウキしておりますので、本当ね、今日は本当に皆さん、遅くまでお付き合いいただきありがとうございました。 ということで、今日は終わらせていただきたいと思います。Everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate. ありがとうございました。それではお見送りいたします。ありがとうございます。